Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the son of Adam will not be dismissed from before his Lord Azza wa Jal on the day of judgment until he has been questioned about 5 things. We will not move from in front of Allah Azza wa Jal until we are held accountable for 5 things, questioned. His life and how he spent it, his youth and how he used it, his wealth and how he earned it and how he disposed of it, and how he acted upon what of knowledge. This youth is a gift from Allah Azza wa Jal. However, it's a fate. It's gone. For the likes of me, alhamdulillah, we've passed that stage and we have our regrets indeed. We have our regrets because once this phase is gone, you can never ever retrieve it. Therefore, the most happiest of all people are those who and they make the best of it. So when they get old, when they pass this phase, they reap the fruit and enjoy what they had done. In the well-known hadith to you of those who are shaded in the shade of Allah Azza wa Jalla on the day of judgment, one of the 7 is a young individual, whether a man or a woman, whether a boy or a girl, a young individual who grew up worshipping Allah Azza wa Jal. La ilaha illallah. I go to many gatherings and I see lots of the youth coming to me, mashallah, in their teens, memorizing the full Quran or memorizing the Sunnah or being active in da'wah, and they're young. And you feel that you are a bit envious. I wish I was in their shoes. My foot is a bit bigger than theirs, but you get my point. MashaAllah, they are growing up in worshipping Allah Azza wa Jal. So, a young individual who we envy is a righteous, pious individual who's always smiling, honoring the elders, having mercy on the youngsters, dutiful to his parents, connecting to his kinship, always optimistic, always thinking positively of Allah. If you look at him, you identify the Sunnah in his appearance and in his actions. Every time you see an opportunity of goodness, you find him at the forefront. And he's excellent in his studies and at his work. He mixes only with the righteous, and the sinners fear him. And whoever fears Allah, Allah will make the whole world afraid of him and respecting him. This phase of youth is like any other phase in life. So when I say that I have missed this phase because of my age, it doesn't mean that I have, alhamdulillah, reached safety. No, by Allah, no one reaches safety. No one is safe. And this is why Imam Ahmad, when he was asked, "Oh Imam, when does an individual find this taste of comfort and security? When do we find this? Is it after retirement? Is it after securing a huge chunk of money? He said, when you put your first foot in Jannah, this is the only time you will taste the sweetness of comfort and security. Before you put your foot in Jannah, you're always at the brink. You're always at a threat of being snatched and thrown to hell, or depression, or any other thing. Only when you put your first foot in Jannah, this means that there's no going back. Khalas, you're safe. Therefore, those who are in this phase of youth are being tested big time. And why, excuse them for this fan, I'm like a shark. You know sharks here in Kenya a lot. If I'm in still water, I suffocate and I die. So I have to have this current of air all the time. So this phase of youth is the longest. When you're a child, it's maybe few months, then you start to crawl on your hands and feet, few months, and then you walk and you trip and fall. And once you reach a certain age, maybe 13, 14, then it is another 30 or 40 years of strength, power, smartness, sharpness of the brain. And you think that I am here in this life to stay. All of us, when we were at that period of time, we never ever thought of death. We never ever feared death. I remember when I was like in my 20s, I used to drive cars, speed cars, doing 200, 220 kilometers per hour at that time, in the mid-80s. And I was fearless. Now I go 20 kilometers per hour, wearing my helmet and my seat belts and my protective gear, and I'm afraid of everything. Why? Because this phase, you are impulsive. You don't think. You just shoot, then ask questions. Unfortunately, this is why this phase of our lives is challenging. So many things are obstacles in our way. And when I say in our way, when we were young, you guys are still, mashallah, have the whole world in front of you and your whole life is ahead of you. So what are these challenges and how can we react to them? There's so many. We can spend time until Asr talking about these challenges, and it depresses you every time you hear them. But we're not here to depress ourselves. We're here to find the problem and identify the solutions. And this is the biggest problem patients face when they come to therapists. They come to the therapists with foggy glasses. They can't see. The therapist takes the glasses and cleans it, puts it back on their eyes, and whoa, mashallah, you're a magician. You fixed everything. No, I just help you to see. So, as a youngster, what is some of the challenges I face? Number one, what we call in Arabic al-murahaqah. To be a teenager. And teenager is not restricted to 13 till 19. There are teenagers who are in their 50s. But they can't say 15s because this is 15. No, they're 50 teens. So it's a phase. It's a mindset that actually it is a fight between good and evil, truth and falsehood. And this fight is within us, day and night. When you are in your teens, the voices of evil are far louder than the voices of goodness. And every single one of you has whispers in their heads. Correct? Who doesn't have a head? Who doesn't have whispers? Everybody. But these whispers, by the way, are not all evil. Do you know that? Half of the whispers we have are good, are from an angel. The Prophet says, alayhi salatu wasalam, and this is an authentic hadith, the Satan has some hold over the son of Adam, and the angel has some hold over the son of Adam. In the Arabic language, لمة. للشيطان لمة وللملك لمة. So the Prophet says, as for the hold of the Satan, it is reminding him of evil and disbelieving in the truth. As for the hold of the angel, it is reminding him of goodness and believing the truth. Whoever find the latter, let him know that it is from Allah. If you hear good whispers telling you, Ya Shaykh, let's go next week for Umrah. You hear these voices sometimes. Oh, I have some extra money. Let me go for 1 week for Umrah. And then go for 2 days in Medina. You say, hey, who? Yes? Who's talking to me? Who would be talking to you? It's an angel. But if you hear the earlier, then if it's something of the former, let him seek refuge with Allah from the accursed shaitan. If you hear voices in your head, oh, after this boring lecture, let me go and listen to some songs of Tay-Tay. Taylor Swift. Huh? Yeah, woo, woo, woo. Hey, who's this? Who's this? Who's talking to you? Shaitan. So this whispering is 24 hours, 7 days a week. Every time you pass by Masjid Umar al-Faruq, oh, you have a lecture. Yeah, I don't have anything. Let me go. Listen. Who's this telling you to go? Allah loves you. Allah sends this angel to you. And you heard what this angel is telling you? You're in good hands. This fight between good and evil, the youth have it every day. And they, good and evil, have advocates. So the advocates of good are your parents, are your mashayikh, your scholars, your teachers. They are the advocates of good. They're pushing you to do good things. And the advocates of evil are your bad friends, bad media. Not you guys. It so happened I spoke about the media. The bad media. You know, Instagram, Facebook, all these things found on the internet that suck you in and take you to hellfire. If you're steadfast on the straight path, as-sirat al-mustaqim, and you fight those advocating evil and you are with those advocating goodness, you're safe. But if you slip, and slip is what a lot of Muslims youth had fallen into. If you trip and fall in the shaitan's traps, recovering is very difficult. Do you have mountains in Kenya? To go uphill is very difficult. Once you reach the top, it's rewarding. To go downhill, it's just like this. Very fast. So it is difficult in the times of youth to reach the peak. And this is why all the hadiths in the Sunnah praises the youth who have went up. And Allah Azza wa Jal has given them the power to go up. Because going down is the case of the majority, unfortunately. Now, the phase of being a teenager,